Some days it just keeps coming. One thing after another. The missed call turns into the missed payment. The broken glass turns into a broken car. Someone snaps at you, and before you can recover, you've lashed out at someone else. Your body's tired, your mind's loud, your soul feels like it's shrinking by the minute. And somewhere in the middle of that quiet chaos, a thought slips in, barely a whisper. Why is this happening? There's an old saying, when it rains, it pours, and we all know what it means. That troubles rarely travel alone. They come in bunches, they pile up, they knock you down while you're already staggering, and sometimes it feels like something's out to get you. But what if it's not just random? What if those storms are not only coming to you, but also from you? There's a teaching, old and strange, that says the moment we speak negatively about another person, especially behind their back, a kind of trial begins. Not in a courtroom with robes and gavels, but in the unseen world, a spiritual hearing, a review of the speaker's own life. As if the universe says, oh, you want to talk about justice, about what someone else deserves? Very well, let's take a look at you. And suddenly the rain begins to fall. Now, you don't have to picture angels with clipboards or devils with audio recorders to grasp the heart of this. It's something many have felt. That strange connection between the spirit we carry and the outcomes we face. That uncanny pattern where a flood of trouble follows just after we opened our mouths a little too carelessly. Where things that were going fine begin to fall apart. Relationships, finances, health. And we don't see the wire we tripped until much later. But there is a wire. It's made of words, and it runs straight from our mouths to the conditions of our lives. Not because we're being punished, but because speech is powerful, more powerful than we realize. Every time we speak, especially about someone else, we are, in a sense, authoring the moral tone of the world around us. And that tone echoes. Sometimes it's soft, sometimes it comes back like a hurricane. So when the sky turns gray and the road gets slick and nothing seems to be going your way, it's worth pausing. Not to feel guilty, but to ask honestly, what am I putting into the world right now? What have I been saying? What have I been building or tearing down with my tongue? Because maybe, just maybe, the chaos around us didn't begin out there. Maybe it began with a sentence. A joke at someone's expense, a story we shared that wasn't ours to tell, a complaint that soured the room, a judgment disguised as concern. Small, quick things. But if the world is built on breath, then those small, quick things carry weight. And if we want shelter from the storm, we might need to trace the wind back to our own lips. There's a reason silence is considered holy. There's a reason sages said the tongue is the strongest muscle in the body, not because it lifts, but because it releases. And once something is released, it can't be taken back. It moves through the air like a charge. Sometimes it lights up the night. Sometimes it burns down the field. So what do? First, we listen, not just to others, but to ourselves, to our tone, our tendency, our habits when we're tired or angry or afraid. We practice noticing our speech as if someone else were watching, because someone always is. Second, we repair. When we can, we go back. We tell the person we confided in, I shouldn't have said that. We apologize if we slandered. We let the echo dissolve instead of grow. And if the harm can't be undone directly, we balance the scale with silence, with kindness, with generosity. Third, we humble ourselves, not in shame, but in awareness. The moment we begin to speak about someone else's flaws is the moment we need to look inward. Are we truly clean enough to cast a verdict? Have we lived without fault? If not, then let mercy guard our tongue. And finally, we ask, not just why is this happening, but what can I learn? What is this rain revealing in me? What is the downpour trying to cleanse? Because storms don't only destroy. Sometimes they teach. Sometimes they clear the air. And if we're wise, we don't just endure them, we grow from them. So next time the flood comes, try this. Don't just curse the rain. Sit still, breathe deep, speak little. And ask yourself gently, is this the weather I've been speaking into the world? And if so, how can I change the forecast, starting with my tongue?